All right. Hey, everybody. It's our team call for November 5th, right? 5th? Yeah? Or 6th. November 6th. All right, cool. So today we really just wanted to go over fears and how to overcome them. I think that with coaching, that's probably like the biggest thing, right? Like when you first think about coaching, that's what holds you back is your fear, your doubts. And so I just really wanted to go over what those are and how to overcome them. And then I have a few extra things I wanted to go over at the end of this call for those of you that have kind of brought up some subjects that I just wanted to touch on to clarify for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what I created. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Here, before I go ahead and full screen that, everybody can see this? We good? Nod, yes? Okay, cool. All right. So, doubt and fear, like I just said. So, common fears. These are all like the big ones, right? Fear of failure. For me, like I ran cross country through high school and college, and I was I was a good runner. So I was used to always being the first place and being the best at what I was doing. So with coaching, I knew that when I became a coach, like I want to be the best of this. And so for me, I was scared to fail and not be the best and not be as good as I wanted to be. So that for me was a big failure, or a big fear. Being told no. I remember when I did have a coach for a short time when I first signed up, I was afraid that if I reached out to him and asked if I could post a certain thing, that it was wrong. I didn't know if I was always doing the right thing. I wasn't very brave or bold in what I was posting, so that was a fear. Comparison, right? Everybody plays that comparison game. Like, don't worry if you're a new coach and you're looking at all these coaches, oh my gosh, they have all this success, but that could never be me. Why ain't I doing this good? Why am I not Emerald rank yet? Why ain't I Diamond rank yet? Like, everybody does it. Like, I still do it. And I thank my personal development for that because I've gotten a lot better at the comparison thing. It's really hard sometimes when I see, I was just on a corporate call the other day where the girl she was qualifying 12-star diamond in 15 months.
No, 10 months.
And it was 15.
Was it?
Anyway, so I was just like, really? Like, I've been in this for 2 years. How am I not 12-star yet? Like, why ain't I that successful? And it's so easy to compare yourself. And the thing is you cannot compare your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 50. I preach that all the time because every single person's story is different. Like, you're going to go at a different pace than anybody else. So you got to be careful and remind yourself, plug into your personal development and remember that you are different than everyone else. Everybody goes at a different pace and you can't compare yourself to other people. Worried about what people think. I think if you've been in my coach sneak peek, you've probably seen that was one of my biggest things, was worried about what people would think of me. And so you kind of have to overcome that too, because with Beachbody, we're very proud about what we're doing. Beachbody's changed our life, right? A lot of us, that's what we eat, sleep, and breathe because it's changed our lives. That's how we feel. So it's kind of like you just have to throw that under and get rid of that thought of what people think because you believe in what you're doing. You are happy, and that's what matters. For us, a lot of that was family too, what family would think. And, still the case sometimes. But we know that what we're doing is making us happy, and that's what matters. Commitment. My own mother, this totally relates to. People are afraid of commitment. That's one of the biggest reasons I became a coach, was to stay accountable with coaching or with being on my fitness journey. I didn't want to fall off the wagon. And a lot of people are afraid of that commitment because for whatever reason, for me, sometimes I like to eat and overindulge. I mean, who doesn't, right? So it's hard to commit to something and it can be scary. And then with the side effect of that is the ridicule and embarrassment of other people. Like, people are just so mean sometimes. And so it can be scary to think about the kind of ridicule you can get or negative comments or negative Nancy's, anything. I mean, like I said, family can be it too. And you're going to take it the hardest from family. But you have to, like I said, back to remembering you're doing what makes you happy. And that's what matters most. Having no control. So kind of back to the rank thing, like why ain't I here and comparing? You have control, but at the same time, like you have a job, you have kids, you have family, you have to think about everything that plays a part, and don't think that you're out of control, because one great thing about this business is that it's yours. It's up to you what pace you go at, whether you're walking through this, running through this, or sprinting to get as far as you can. It is up to you whether you devote 1 hour a week or 40. So don't feel like you got to get over that feeling of not having control, because it is all up to you. And one thing about that I'll probably talk about later too is as your coach, that I support Dakota, and I support you guys like 110%. Like we love you guys like family. And some of you are closer than family to us. But we cannot believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So you got to understand that when it comes to the control, you have to believe in you and understand that you are in control of this. So you are responsible for where you get in this business. Okay, so time. Huge, huge, huge one. Like that's probably my number one excuse is I don't have time. Like I'm balancing kids and family and work and school. Like everybody's busy. Everybody is busy. But it's up to you to pick what is a priority to you and when you're going to fit it into your schedule and if it's worth it to you. Like, is working out 25 minutes a day worth it to you? Is drinking Shakeology better your health for your family, better worth it to you? So to me, that was totally justifiable. I know I don't have kids, but I still work a full-time job. Dakota was working full-time. And, there's just everybody has commitments. So you have to see the value in, would it really be worth it to you to make a little bit extra money on the side and to see people's lives being transformed just because you are the one inspiring them. Reaching out. I just had a call before this one with my Team Flash, or our Team Crush, so our Fall Classic team. And us girls were talking about, the fear of reaching out. Who isn't uncomfortable with that? Ties in with the next one. Reaching out is uncomfortable. It's out of your comfort zone. But you believe in the product and you know that this works. It's changed your life. So the more you're reaching out, the more comfortable you get, and you realize, okay, this way I talk to these people worked better. And then you start to learn. We'll get into more of that later. You don't know anybody. Again, if you were in my sneak peek, you saw that I talked about, I'm from St. Louis. I'm originally from Michigan. Dakota's from Tennessee. We don't know anybody here except for who I've done daycare for or who he worked with in the past. I mean, that's it. We don't party. We don't drink. We don't do anything like that. So we never get out unless we're going to the movies, which is that's how we love it, but I don't know anybody. I have built 95% of my network all on social media, all online. And not everybody's like that. This lady that I was on the corporate call with the other day, she built almost all of her business locally because she's the director of the youth at her church, director of the music, and she led a couple other things in her community. So she did local events all the time, and that's how she got her people. So to her, she knew tons of people. But for me, I didn't. So that was a big fear. But what's awesome about this business, if you guys have seen all the different platforms that we can use to grow our business. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook like page, Pinterest, Twitter. There's just so many ways that you can reach out to so many people. So that's pretty cool too. When you start thinking about all your options, that's a pretty common fear. So you just got to get over that. And that kind of goes over on our next slide, how to overcome them. I kind of said you can't let it get the best of you because it's pretty easy to let it consume you. And then you feel like you're just claustrophobic and you don't know what to do. And you get all these thoughts in your head, all these negative thoughts that are making you think, should I quit? Maybe this isn't for me. And you just have to overcome that and dive into what's available to you. We have all kinds of trainings. We're always post about trainings. We run our Coach Sneak Peek open to all of you in Accelerate Empire so that you guys can utilize that for your own prospects as well. just anything like that. You need to, if you're starting to let the negative things, reach out to your coach. Connect with other coaches that are like you. Because a lot of the times, Amanda Bush was saying the other day, she was having a bad day. She reached out to me and a couple other coaches. And what was funny is they were going through the same thing as her, and they related to her, and they helped lift her up. Like, honestly, that's what's incredible about this business is everybody's in here to help each other. And you guys just got to be willing to be vulnerable and reach out if you need it. Don't keep it to yourself, because I recently had someone that was keeping something to themselves and didn't come to me about it right away. And when she did, she was like, why didn't I tell you sooner? Like, I just feel so much better. I'm just like, why wouldn't you tell me sooner? Like, that's what I'm here for. I always want what's best for you guys. If you guys are killing this business, doing good, and all of a sudden you feel like you need to take a step back because your family's not getting full attention, I'm going to be like, your family comes first. Do what you need to do. Now, I do not think that's a bad thing at all. Like, I'm going to encourage you. So I want you guys to know that, like, if you're ever feeling this way with all these, negative things, or if you're having a hard time overcoming them, that's what your uplines are for. Or anyone on this team, I guarantee they're all going to be happy that you come to them for advice. Because every coach goes through these moments. I still do. So don't feel bad. Believe, like I said, you have to believe in your product. And with belief comes with, I always talk about having this bank of knowledge back here. Know what you're talking about. If someone comes to you about the 21-day fix and you don't know anything about it, you're not going to be very helpful to them. They don't want to be slapped with a bunch of links with information. It's going to speak more to them when you are showing your passion through explaining it to them. So you have to believe in your product, and you have to know what you're talking about. Same with Shakeology. So for me, when I first started, I knew quite a bit about Shakeology because I studied it before I drank it, because I wanted to know what I was putting into my body. But there was quite a few ingredients that I was like, I have no idea what that is. Can I even say that? Like, it was crazy. So I had to look it up and figure out what the ingredients were. And it was cool because when I looked it up, or even listening to the Shakeology podcast recently, it like enlightened me to new ingredients that I was able to talk about with people and knew exactly what I was talking about. And I was confident. And confidence is very powerful to people. When you're confident about something, it can sell the product, and it can sell you quick. Like that post I made the other day, the guy that was, what was he? Remember? Worked for the federal government doing something, and he made all this money, and the people called him back.
He was a lawyer.
He was a lawyer. Even though he was way more expensive, they called him back because of the confidence that flowed through his conversation and how bold he was. That speaks so much to people. And listen, guys, if you're messaging someone and they're considering a program, and if they're like, I don't know, that's just really expensive. And if you're like, yeah, it kind of is, but, I just decided that I should do it. Yeah, they're going to sense that. They're going to sense that you don't believe in it and you don't see the value in it, even though it could be a lot of money up front. You have to explain to them the value in it, and you have to understand that it's not just a product you're trying to sell. This could literally change their life. So if someone's telling me it's a little expensive, I explain to them the value. Like, honestly, do you think this could change your life? Like, I'd talk to them about their goals. Like, what would 30 minutes of working out a day do for you? What would losing 30 pounds do for you and your family? When you kind of turn it around like that and make them view it that way, they kind of see more of a value in it. So always, always, always ask about their goals and believe in your product. Be positive when you're talking so that you don't seem like, you don't want to sound inconfident, or, when people tell me Shakeology is too expensive. When I first started as a coach, that was a hard one for me to respond to. I had a hard time with that objection. But now I'm like, I have so many things to say about that. Like the purity of Shakeology that you can't find in anything else. It's $4 a day. When we eat out, it's way more than that. Like we spend way more than $4 a meal. So it's really not bad at all, and totally worth the investment. I mean, if it wasn't for Shakeology, Dakota would be spending an outrageous amount for acid reflux pills. Like, that's disgusting to think about. I can't even tell you how many medications my dad is on because of digestive problems. Like if I would have went down that road the same as him and not gotten Shakeology, I'd be the same way. And it's just outrageous. So just when you put in consideration all that, you start to believe in the product and it's easier to talk about. So moving on with, your fears is taking it day by day. So I've been there, guys. I've been to where I was 1 week from qualifying for 3-star diamond and I lost it. So I've been sitting at 2-star and it totally crushed me. I mean, I had to literally take it day by day because it was so hard. Like I was so close. When you hit a diamond, like if one of your coaches underneath you become diamond, you have to hold it for 6 weeks in order for you to become 1-star diamond. So I had made it 5 weeks and then fall short 1 week. So every coach goes through these struggles. I've been there, I know. And it happens more often just that. But you have to take it day by day and just remind yourself, why am I in this? Like seriously, guys, I posted the other day about being vulnerable because of missing my family and everything. And I was just overwhelmed by the reaction I got from you guys. I couldn't believe the support. I mean, I could. You guys are awesome. But I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm so glad I made this post because everybody was there for me. And it's just incredible. So like those kind of things is what makes me realize this is why I'm in this business. Like we're all here for each other. Thanks, babe, for the phone. And this sounds silly.
That's what I was trying to figure it out.
Anyways, so like seriously though, that was awesome. And not even just that, like sometimes if I'm feeling a little down, I can post in Focus Fitness and it's incredible how much support you get. Or when you're just checking in with the team and you're seeing all these transformations or people posting about their workouts, like, do you know how huge that is? People committing their life to health and fitness. Like that's awesome. One of the best is seeing kids doing the workouts with their parents. Like that's instilling great things in them. So you are a part of that and you're what inspires that. So remember that when you have to go back, when you have those bad days. And remember that you're in this for the long haul. With Beachbody, it's not a get rich quick thing. You guys know that. Like we are here, when you go to the doctor, they tell you eat healthy and work out. And that's what we do. So we're not here just to make money. None of us got into this all because of money. We really, truly wanted to help people change their lives, right? So remember that and stick with it because consistency is key. And I have been pounding you guys in Coach Basics about consistency is key. So remember that you are in this for the long haul and you always have us to turn to. And remember also that you guys are your own business. So what people see from you is what's reflecting of what this business is. If you're posting negative things, people are going to pick that up. If you're always posting good things, but you're also sharing like the downs of your life, but not just like, I hate my life, like when you share the enjoyment of life, people see that and you run your business. New coaches, I always tell them when you, like, if you're not sure what to post about on Facebook, when you post on Facebook, you are sharing you. Like you are branding you. You are not blasting all these Beachbody programs and Shakeology, drink it now. Look at this delicious shake. Like that's not what you're doing all the time. Like you're posting about your life and you're branding you because that's what's going to sell to people. Like they're going to believe in you before the product. So you have to make sure that you are genuinely posting. I have a girl that's out of the country, but she wants to become a coach eventually when we expand over there. And she just started her like page and she's asking me for tips on everything. And it's so cool because she's just wanting to inspire people. And she asked what I post about. And I'm sure I've shared this with you guys so many times, but faith, family, fitness, fashion, food, inspiration, like all those things. I'm always posting. I'm not posting the same things. Oh, and I do post about coffee often. But I keep a good variety, right? Like if you go through my profile, it's not all sweaty selfies. It's not all Shakeology pictures. It's a variety of different things. And it's all got different meaning because you want to relate to people so that they can relate to you, trust you, get to know you, and they're going to trust and confide in you before they are the product. But you are what sells that product because when you believe in it, you can lead other people to believe in it. Also, how to overcome them is personal development. I preach personal development all the time because I was one of those people that when I became a coach, I was like, I don't need personal development. I read my Bible. I don't need personal development. Well, that was so wrong. I still read my Bible, but personal development on top of it, it's more like professional development, if you want to look at it that way. Personal development, I look at as, doing your Bible studies. Professional development, reading your personal development books, your professional development books. I can't even tell you how huge that is. Dakota was Emerald rank, and our goal was him to get Diamond by the time it's like May 20th, so that I could be 1-star or 2-star by Summit. He did, the only thing that changed from that time was he started personal development, and he went Diamond in
3 weeks.
3 weeks. In 3 weeks, just by doing personal development. It's amazing how huge it is for your business, your confidence. For me, that's the biggest thing is confidence. It's really helped me in that area. So make sure you're doing your personal development. I promise you're going to find that it's going to help you tremendously, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. I talked about connecting with the other coaches. Praying, if that is your thing, guys, I can't even tell you. The number one thing with us and our success is we have always prayed over our team. We've always prayed over our organization. Everything we do with coaching, we have prayed about every single thing, every single decision. I did not become a coach until we took time to pray about it together. Like every single thing I've done has been praying and reading our Bible and taking everything to the Lord, because we owe it all to Him. So if that's your thing, I promise praying is going to do more than anything else. So pray over your team. Okay. I guess I didn't save that last page. Okay. So that's it for that. I guess I didn't save the last page. Now my last things that I wanted to go over was, I had a couple people ask me, do you know how much time we have?
You got more than 10 minutes.
Okay, sweet. All right. So I had a couple people ask me, when you're talking to people and you send them your link, how do you seal the deal? Like a lot of times, do you ever send someone your link and that's it? It's crickets. Nothing happens. You're like, okay, what now? Okay. So what I recommend there is a lot of times when I send people my link, I like to keep the conversation going. So I don't just send them my link and wait for them to sign up, because a lot of times they're not going to. So because they could be working. So I'll continue this conversation. So I'll shoot them the link and I'll be like, for example, have you picked a date by when you're wanting to reach your goals by? Something small. Or what kind of exercising are you doing? If that's what I've been talking about with them. What's the weather like where you're at? Anything. It doesn't have to be fitness. It can be anything. But I like to carry on the conversation. I don't want them to think that I'm just slapping them a link. Here, sign up, and then I'm good. Because that's not, I really want to learn about them. So if you just keep the conversation going, a lot of times they'll end up doing that link. And if they don't, later on, message them, hey, did you ever get a chance to sign up under that link? I mean, that's what I do. If they don't, like the next day, if it's not done by the next day, I'll message them and be like, hey. And a lot of times be like, hey, I'm so sorry, I totally forgot. Like a lot of times it's really that just people forgot. And which was hard for me, because a long time ago before personal development, I used to take that personally. Like, they didn't respond to me. They didn't send out the link. What did I do wrong? But don't take it personally. So most of the time it's because they're working or they're busy. If the kids didn't go to sleep and, so you got to make sure you're doing that follow-up. But I do like to send a message after the link to keep the conversation going. And I like to tell people, in case you do not know, if you guys don't know, if I'm talking to someone and we're kind of on the fitness subject and be like, do you have a Team Beachbody coach yet? I'm like, no. I'm like, great. Well, I'd be more than happy to be your coach if you like. It's totally free. I'm like, yeah. What do I do? Like, well, here's the free sign-up link that'll make me your coach. It takes like 20 seconds to fill out. And I shoot them the link, and then I carry on the conversation. So I ensure them that it's free, and I tell them it takes like 20 seconds to fill out. If they seem like they need more info, like, okay, like what exactly it is, I'll tell them that it gives them a Team Beachbody account, completely free, just makes me their coach. That's it. So a lot of times if people aren't doing it, they think it's not really free. So I always like to ensure the free part. And then it takes 20 seconds so that they don't think that they're having to get on and sign up under this whole thing, because sometimes that's obnoxious. So I always make sure to explain that to them. I kind of went over the next point was what should I be posting about? And I told you guys the things I post about. So if it helps you, write down the things that you're interested in. I know, Kimberly, you're in a pit bull. So like you post about animals a lot. So that's one of your things that you're going to be posting about. Some of you have kids, so you're going to be posting about your kids. So make a list if that makes it easier for you, because you want to make sure that you're sharing a very effective variety for people. For example, today, one of my inspiration posts was I made a post about belief and believing in you and your team and like how powerful that word is. The thing was with that post, I didn't just post one sentence. It had a long post because it was valued. Like I had a few comments on it and a bunch of likes. People valued what I had to say. So you want to make sure that your posts have value and people enjoy reading them. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything here. Yes, my internet stopped here, babe. It was weird. Okay, so this is a big one. Coach opportunity. So I've kind of been posting about that or talking to you guys a bit about that. You want to make sure you're posting about the coach opportunity because as much as we are all trying to grow our team, we're also trying to grow our team of coaches, whether that's to rank advance or earn more income, whatever drives you. But I made our Exhilarated Empire coach sneak peek for all of us to use. Anybody that just seems to be interested in coaching, add them to that group. Let them watch the day 1 through day 5 videos to see if coaching is what they want. That's for us to use, guys. Not everybody has those kind of things to use. To give somebody information on coaching before they start, you know how many people wish they would have had that I wish I could have looked into what I was getting into. You know, I mean, I would have joined either way, but still, some people need that extra boost. And so make a post about that, you know, like the post with the ladies for the Fall Classic the call I just had before this one, we were talking about how we were going to make a post talking about the coach sneak peek to generate more people. Like, hey, my team is starting a coach sneak peek into what I do as a coach. If you're interested, comment below, you know, like make an ad or a post talking about the coach sneak peek because that's for you guys too. Same with our Coach Basics training. So we're starting a new Coach Basics in a couple weeks. So you guys could make a post, hey, our team is starting a new training. If you'd like to join, comment below. If you'd like to know more about it, comment below. So what that does is kind of gives people a sense of urgency. So, okay, if I want to become a coach, I have 2 weeks to decide I'm going to become a coach because I want to be in this training. So think about that stuff. You need to post about the coach opportunity. When you're posting about the coach opportunity, always, always, always make sure at the end of your post to leave a call to action, which means comment below if you're interested or message me if you're interested. Don't just leave it blank like, I love what I do, okay? You know, like people want to know that it's okay to comment or like or share or whatever. You probably see me on my previous post, I'll comment below or on my ads, I'll be like, tag a friend that may be interested or share if you like this post, like, comment, or share if you like this post. It leaves a call to action so that people know that it's okay to do that. And you get more generation. If people are sharing and commenting on your post, the friends of their friends are going to see it. So opens more broad doors for people to see, more opportunity. So you guys want to make sure that you are posting about that coach opportunity often. I talk about getting to Emerald as soon as you can. And we just talked about this on our Fall Classic. If your goal is Emerald, if you're not there yet, be there by December. Because why I say that, if you hit Success Club 5 and your Emerald rank in December, I can't even describe to you how many people you're going to get in leads in January. Like seriously, everybody decides the new year they're going to get healthy and fit. So everybody signs up for Team Beachbody, buys programs, and you get assigned those random people. So if you're Emerald rank and you hit Success Club 5, you're like in December, you're going to get all those leads in January. So I'm just giving you an example. Today, it's November. It's like the slowest month ever. And I got 2 customer leads today and a Shakeology lead just today. So someone randomly got on Team Beachbody and signed up for an account, 2 people. And then someone randomly got on Team Beachbody and ordered Shakeology. And I got that random person. 3 people in one day. Imagine what it's going to be in January. Like that's pretty awesome, guys. So if your goal is Emerald, try to do it by December. And the way you're going to do that is those coach opportunity posts. Those have been huge for me. And a lot of times I post a selfie with it because that keeps it personal. I don't go to Google and type in coach things and post this, big nasty stock ad. Don't use that. Use a personal picture. You guys might have seen my post where I had a selfie and then in the corner I put help wanted That was one of my coach opportunity posts. It's easy. It just says, I want more people on my team. Go check out the ad. Feel free to use mine as a guide. I had another one where I was pointing up at this bubble or something. And I had this thing that said Coach Sneak Peek. And so it generated people to come. But people like to see you because they want to know who they're working with, right? Like they don't want to just sign up with a random person. They want to know you. So if you need help on ideas for the sneak peek, the help wanted, or any coach opportunity post, I have scripts, I have examples, ads, everything for you guys. So, but I do want you to try to be creative yourself and try to come up with something. If you're not sure, just post an Exhilarated Empire or message me and be like, what do you think about this? That's what we're here for. So yeah, I kind of mentioned this earlier, but with this business, each one of you, when you sign up, it is up to you whether you want to walk through this business, you want to run, or you want to sprint. Kind of like how you're a discount coach, hobby coach, or business coach. You decide what pace you want to go. If you are sitting there right now and you're like, I want to sprint, I want to get to 2-star diamond, message me so that I know, or your upline, so that I know what pace to match you at. If you're wanting to go for it, I'm going to be on your tail, and I'm going to push you to reach that rank, and I'm going to tell you what you need to do to get there. I'm going to tell you how much you need to be making a week, how many coaches you need to be adding a month, etc. All those things that you can reach that goal. But I need to know. I can't help you guys if you're not helping me by telling me where you want to be. So if you're serious about this business, let me know, because that's what we're here for. You know what I mean? So I just want to make sure that I'm helping you guys, that we are helping you guys the way we need to. And that if Coach Basics is too slow for you guys, and some of you are just wanting to take it and go, let us know. Like, that's okay. If you need to take a step back, let us know too, so that we're not like, hey, why didn't you check in today? Like, seriously, do your job and post. If you're wanting to take it back and you're not wanting to go slow, let us know so that we're not, bothering you, whatever it is. But I just kind of wanted to mention that. But like I said earlier, we believe in you guys, but we can't believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So believe in this business, believe in you, and believe in what you're doing, because it's very powerful. So I'm going to go ahead and quit the recording, and then I'm going to let you guys be unmuted.